How to think clearly and make better decisions. Written introduction. Do you ever feel like your mind is a chaotic maze, filled with endless thoughts pulling you in different directions? Or maybe you've faced those moments where making a decision feels like standing at a crossroads, paralyzed by doubt and confusion. These moments can leave us feeling stuck, second-guessing ourselves, and ultimately holding back from living the life we truly deserve. But what if you could unlock a superpower, the ability to cut through the noise, think with absolute clarity, and make decisions that propel you forward instead of holding you back? Imagine a life where your thoughts are no longer your enemy, but your greatest ally, guiding you toward better outcomes, stronger relationships, and greater success. This book is your ultimate guide to mastering your mind and transforming how you think and decide. You'll discover how to declutter your mental space, harness your emotions, and confidently tackle any challenge. Packed with actionable strategies and powerful mindset shifts, it's a blueprint for a clearer, more focused, and fulfilling life. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Master the art of mental decluttering. Your mind is your most powerful asset, a tool designed to solve problems, generate ideas, and guide you toward your dreams. But when it's burdened with mental clutter, negative thoughts, constant distractions, unresolved worries, and endless to-do lists, it loses its effectiveness. Imagine trying to write on a chalkboard that's already covered in scribbles. Without erasing the noise, there's no room for clarity. Mental clutter comes in many forms. It might be the regret of past mistakes, fear of the unknown future, or the relentless stream of notifications pulling your attention in 100 directions. This overload not only makes decision-making difficult, but also drains your energy and creativity. Decluttering your mind isn't just about organizing your thoughts. It's about creating mental space so you can focus on what truly matters. Start by practicing focused thinking. This involves intentionally setting aside time to clear your mind and focus on the present moment. One effective way is to engage in thought dumping. Grab a piece of paper and write down everything swirling in your head, worries, ideas, tasks, and even random thoughts. By transferring these onto paper, you give your mind the permission to let them go. It's like cleaning out a crowded inbox. Once it's organized, everything feels lighter. Next, adopt the mental inbox method. Picture your mind as an email inbox, constantly receiving new information throughout the day. Instead of letting these thoughts pile up, sort them. Ask yourself, does this need my immediate attention? Can I delegate it, or should I archive it for later? By organizing your mental inbox, you reduce overwhelm and stay focused on what's important. Another powerful tool is creating a morning clarity routine. Before diving into the chaos of the day, take 10 to 15 minutes for activities that center you. This could be journaling, practicing meditation, or simply jotting down 3 priorities for the day. A clear morning sets the tone for clear thinking throughout the day. Prioritize your mental health by cutting down on distractions. Limit unnecessary screen time, mute notifications, and give yourself breaks to reset. The quieter your external environment, the easier it is to manage your internal thoughts. By consistently applying these practices, you'll develop the ability to declutter your mind and unlock its full potential. A clear mind doesn't just improve your decision-making, it enhances every area of your life, allowing you to focus, create, and achieve with purpose. Chapter 2. Unlock the decision clarity gap. How often do you rush into decisions, only to regret them moments later? Most of us are guilty of letting emotions or external pressure dictate our choices. The truth is, great decisions rarely come from haste. The key to making better choices lies in mastering the decision clarity gap, the intentional pause between a situation and your response. This gap is where clarity lives, and it's where your best decisions are born. The decision clarity gap is all about slowing down your mental process to allow deeper reflection. Think of it as a buffer zone between stimulus and response, a space where you can evaluate the situation without reacting impulsively. Without this pause, your mind defaults to old habits, emotional triggers, or knee-jerk reactions, which often lead to poor outcomes. Creating this gap begins with mindfulness. When faced with a decision, your first step is to pause. Take a deep breath, close your eyes for a moment, or count to 5. This simple act interrupts the emotional surge that clouds your thinking. When you calm your nervous system, you shift from reacting emotionally to thinking rationally. Once you've paused, use this moment to ask yourself guiding questions. What is the outcome I want from this decision? Is this choice aligned with my values and long-term goals? What are the potential consequences of this action? These questions help you move away from short-term thinking and consider the broader implications of your decision. Another way to strengthen your decision clarity gap is by identifying patterns in your behavior. Reflect on past decisions and notice when impulsivity led to regret. For instance, did you overcommit because you felt guilty? Did you make a rushed purchase because of fear of missing out? By recognizing these patterns, you can anticipate them and use the gap to respond differently next time. Visualization is another powerful tool. When you're in the clarity gap, imagine the possible outcomes of each choice. Picture yourself living with each decision. How does it feel? Does it align with the person you want to become? Visualization engages your logical and emotional mind, helping you make choices that truly resonate with your goals. Practice micro-pauses throughout your day. Before sending an email, answering a call, or responding to a request, take a brief moment to think. These small pauses may seem insignificant, but they train your mind to approach all decisions with a sense of intention and clarity. The decision clarity gap isn't about delaying action, it's about ensuring your actions are thoughtful and aligned with your purpose. By mastering this practice, you'll not only make better decisions, but also develop a sense of control and confidence in every aspect of your life. The next time you're faced with a choice, remember, pause, reflect, and act with clarity. It's a simple habit that can transform your life. Chapter 3. The Power of Decision Sprints. Big decisions can feel paralyzing, whether it's deciding on a career move, navigating a personal dilemma, or even tackling a complex project. The sheer weight of the choice can leave you overwhelmed. But what if you didn't have to tackle the whole decision all at once? Enter the concept of decision sprints, a strategy to break down even the toughest decisions into manageable, actionable steps. Think of a decision sprint as a series of small, focused actions that guide you toward clarity. Just as athletes train for a marathon by running shorter sprints, you can approach decisions by dividing them into smaller phases. This not only reduces the stress of making a big choice, but also helps you build momentum and confidence along the way. The first step in a decision sprint is to define the core question. Instead of obsessing over every detail, ask yourself, what is the key question I need to answer right now? For example, if you're deciding on a career change, the core question might be, what career aligns best with my skills and passions? Identifying this question allows you to focus on what truly matters rather than getting lost in peripheral concerns. Next, gather relevant information. But here's the key. Don't aim for perfection. Focus on collecting enough information to move forward. Too much research can lead to analysis paralysis, where you're stuck trying to know everything before making a move. Instead, aim to gather just enough insights to confidently take the next step. Once you have some clarity, test small decisions. This is where sprints truly shine. Instead of committing to a massive change, try taking a smaller action to test the waters. For instance, if you're considering starting a business, you don't need to quit your job right away. Start with a side project, gather feedback, and refine your idea. These small actions serve as experiments that give you real-world feedback without the pressure of committing to the entire decision up front. Throughout the sprint, set clear deadlines. Open-ended timelines can make even small tasks feel endless. By creating specific deadlines for each phase of the sprint, you'll maintain focus and momentum. For example, decide to research career options for 1 week, evaluate your findings for 2 days, and make a preliminary choice by the end of the week. Deadlines create urgency and prevent procrastination. Review and reflect. At the end of each sprint, take a moment to evaluate your progress. What did you learn? Are you closer to your desired outcome? What adjustments do you need to make for the next step? Reflection ensures that each sprint builds on the previous one, gradually leading you to a well-informed decision. Decision sprints are a game changer because they shift your mindset from "I need to figure it all out right now" to "I'll figure it out step by step." By focusing on small, actionable phases, you reduce overwhelm, gain clarity, and make better decisions without the pressure of perfection. So the next time you're facing a tough choice, remember, you don't need to leap, just sprint. One step at a time, you'll reach your destination. Chapter 4. Rewire your brain for clarity. Your brain is an incredible machine, capable of processing complex ideas and making life-changing decisions. But it also has a flaw. It's wired to seek comfort, avoid uncertainty, and stick to familiar patterns. While these instincts were helpful for survival in the past, they can cloud your judgment and prevent you from thinking clearly in today's fast-paced world. The good news? You can rewire your brain to achieve clarity and make better decisions. Rewiring your brain starts with understanding its default modes. One of the biggest obstacles to clear thinking is the brain's negativity bias. This is your mind's tendency to focus on potential risks, failures, and setbacks instead of possibilities and solutions. While this was useful for avoiding danger in the past, it often leads to overthinking and fear-based decisions. To counter this, train your brain to focus on opportunities instead of obstacles. Use daily affirmations, visualization exercises, or gratitude journaling to redirect your mental energy toward positive, constructive thinking. Another major challenge is decision fatigue. The brain has limited energy for making decisions each day. When it's overwhelmed by countless choices, what to wear, what to eat, what tasks to prioritize, it becomes less effective at making important decisions. Simplify your life by automating small, repetitive decisions. For example, create a morning routine, pre-plan your meals for the week, or set boundaries for when you check emails. By conserving mental energy, you free up brain power for what truly matters. The brain's wiring can also create mental shortcuts, called heuristics, that save time, but sometimes lead to biased thinking. For example, you might rely on past experiences to make quick judgments without fully analyzing the current situation. To rewire this habit, practice questioning your assumptions. Ask yourself, am I basing this decision on facts, or am I influenced by past experiences or emotions? By challenging your default thinking, you open the door to clearer and more objective decisions. One of the most powerful tools for rewiring your brain is neuroplasticity. This is your brain's ability to adapt and form new neural connections throughout life. You can harness neuroplasticity by introducing intentional habits and practices that strengthen your decision-making skills. For instance, mindfulness meditation trains your brain to stay focused in the present moment, reducing mental clutter and improving clarity. Similarly, learning something new, like a language or a skill, can enhance cognitive flexibility, making it easier to think creatively and solve problems. Another strategy is cognitive reframing. This involves consciously shifting how you interpret a situation. For example, instead of viewing a challenge as a threat, see it as an opportunity for growth. This simple shift in perspective reduces stress and allows your brain to approach the situation with a problem-solving mindset. Practice mental stretching to expand your thinking. Expose your brain to new perspectives, ideas, and experiences. Read diverse books. Have conversations with people from different backgrounds, or challenge yourself with puzzles and brain games. Stretching your mental boundaries helps your brain adapt to new ways of thinking, making it more flexible and capable of handling complex decisions. Rewiring your brain for clarity isn't an overnight process. It's a journey of consistent effort and intentional change. By overcoming biases, managing decision fatigue, and practicing techniques like mindfulness and cognitive reframing, you'll train your brain to think more clearly and make decisions with greater confidence. Remember, your brain is like a muscle. The more you work on it, the stronger and sharper it becomes. Start today and watch your clarity grow with each new habit you build. Chapter 5. Navigate the emotional storm. Emotions are an inevitable part of decision-making. They can guide you toward what feels right, but they can also cloud your judgment when they're unchecked. Think of emotions as waves. They can either propel your boat forward or crash it against the rocks. To think clearly and make better decisions, you need to learn how to navigate the emotional storm. The first step is recognizing that emotions, while powerful, are not facts. They are temporary states influenced by your environment, experiences, and even your physical well-being. For instance, feeling anxious about a big decision doesn't necessarily mean the choice is wrong. It could simply be your brain responding to uncertainty. The key is to acknowledge your emotions without letting them take control. One technique to manage emotions is the practice of emotional labeling. When you feel overwhelmed, pause and name the emotion you're experiencing. For example, say to yourself, "I feel frustrated," or "I'm anxious about the outcome." Studies show that labeling emotions helps reduce their intensity, allowing you to approach the situation with a calmer mind. Another strategy is to use emotional anchor points. These are grounding techniques that help you stabilize your emotions in the heat of the moment. Deep breathing exercises, for instance, can calm your nervous system and reduce stress. Visualization is another powerful tool. Close your eyes and imagine yourself in a peaceful, calming place. These anchors provide a sense of stability, allowing you to regain clarity before making a decision. Learning to reframe your emotions is also essential. Instead of viewing emotions like fear or stress as barriers, see them as signals. For example, fear can indicate that a decision is important to you, while stress might be a sign that you need more information or preparation. By reframing emotions as useful feedback, you can leverage them to guide your decision-making process. Another powerful concept is emotional alchemy, the ability to transform negative emotions into productive energy. For example, instead of letting frustration paralyze you, use it as motivation to find a solution. Similarly, channel nervous energy into thorough preparation or problem-solving. This shift in perspective helps you turn emotional chaos into constructive action. To maintain emotional balance over the long term, cultivate practices that build resilience. Regular exercise, mindfulness meditation, and journaling are proven ways to regulate emotions and improve mental clarity. Gratitude practices, such as listing 3 things you're thankful for each day, can also shift your focus away from negativity and enhance your overall emotional state. Remember to give yourself grace. No one is immune to emotional storms, and it's okay to feel overwhelmed at times. The goal isn't to suppress your emotions, but to understand and manage them effectively. By navigating your emotions with intention, you'll find that they no longer cloud your thinking, but instead become valuable tools for making thoughtful, informed decisions. Mastering your emotions doesn't mean you'll never feel unsure or stressed again. It means you'll have the tools to weather any storm. The next time you're faced with an emotionally charged decision, remember, pause, ground yourself, and channel your emotions into clarity. With practice, you'll turn every storm into an opportunity to grow stronger and more decisive. Chapter 6. Create a decision-making ecosystem. Clear thinking and effective decision-making don't happen in isolation. They thrive in an environment designed to support them. Just as plants need sunlight, water, and fertile soil to grow, your mind needs the right conditions to function at its best. By creating a decision-making ecosystem, you can eliminate distractions, reduce mental fatigue, and foster an environment that encourages clarity and confidence. The first element of your ecosystem is your physical space. Clutter in your surroundings can lead to clutter in your mind. Take a look at your workspace or home. Does it feel chaotic or calming? A clean, organized space signals your brain that it's time to focus. Start small by decluttering your desk, minimizing visual distractions, and adding elements that inspire you, such as plants, calming colors, or motivational quotes. Next, consider the role of time management in your ecosystem. A packed schedule with back-to-back tasks leaves little room for reflection and clarity. Instead, structure your day to include intentional thinking time. Block out specific periods where you can focus on important decisions without interruptions. Early mornings or quiet evenings often work best, as your mind is naturally more at ease during these times. Your ecosystem also includes the information you consume. In today's digital world, your brain is constantly bombarded with news, notifications, and social media updates. This information overload not only clutters your mind, but also creates unnecessary stress. Be intentional about what you allow into your mental space. Unsubscribe from unnecessary emails, limit your time on social media, and focus on consuming information that adds value to your life and decisions. Another crucial component is building routines and rituals. Establishing habits that promote clarity will help you maintain a clear head even during busy times. For example, start your day with a morning routine that includes mindfulness practices, exercise, or journaling. End your day with an evening ritual to reflect on your progress and prepare for tomorrow. These routines create consistency and give your mind the structure it needs to stay sharp. Don't forget about the people in your ecosystem. Surround yourself with individuals who support your growth and challenge you to think critically. Engage in meaningful conversations with mentors, friends, or colleagues who offer constructive feedback and diverse perspectives. Avoid spending too much time with people who drain your energy or create unnecessary negativity. Another element is technology management. Technology can be a powerful tool for productivity, but it can also become a major distraction. Use apps or tools that help you organize your thoughts, set priorities, and track your progress. At the same time, set boundaries for technology use, such as turning off notifications during focus hours or scheduling screen-free time to recharge. Embrace the power of self-care as part of your ecosystem. A well-rested and nourished mind is far better equipped to make sound decisions. Prioritize sleep, stay hydrated, eat nutritious foods, and make time for activities that recharge your energy. Remember, mental clarity starts with a healthy body and mind. By designing a decision-making ecosystem, you create an environment where clarity and focus become your default states. The more intentional you are about shaping your surroundings, managing your time, and curating the information you consume, the more empowered you'll feel to make decisions that align with your goals. A well-crafted ecosystem isn't just about external factors. It's about creating the conditions for your inner world to thrive. When your environment supports you, clear thinking and confident decisions become second nature. Chapter 7. The Clarity Compass. Align decisions with your values. Have you ever made a decision that felt right in the moment, but later left you feeling unfulfilled or regretful? This often happens when your choices aren't aligned with your core values. Your values are like a compass. They guide you toward a life that feels meaningful and authentic. When you make decisions that are in harmony with your values, you experience clarity, confidence, and a sense of purpose. The Clarity Compass is your tool for ensuring that every decision you make points you in the right direction. The first step in using the Clarity Compass is identifying your core values. Many people go through life without ever reflecting on what truly matters to them. Take some time to ask yourself, what principles are most important to me? What kind of person do I want to be? What brings me the most fulfillment and joy? Write down a list of values, such as honesty, growth, creativity, family, freedom, or contribution. Once you have your list, narrow it down to your top 3 to 5 values. These are the non-negotiables that should influence every major decision you make. Next, evaluate how well your current decisions align with your values. Reflect on recent choices you've made and ask yourself, was this decision in line with my core values? Did it move me closer to the life I want to live? When your actions align with your values, you'll feel a sense of integrity and satisfaction. When they don't, you'll likely experience frustration, doubt, or unease. The Clarity Compass also helps you navigate tough decisions. When faced with a choice, hold it up to your values like a litmus test. For example, if growth is one of your core values, ask yourself, does this decision allow me to grow and evolve? If family is a top priority, ask, how does this choice impact my relationships with my loved ones? By filtering your options through your values, you can quickly eliminate those that don't align and focus on the ones that do. Another powerful way to use the Clarity Compass is by creating a personal mission statement. This is a concise statement that summarizes your values and life purpose. For example, my mission is to live a life of authenticity, inspire others through creativity, and nurture meaningful relationships. When you have a clear mission, it becomes easier to make decisions that align with your vision for your life. The Clarity Compass also encourages long-term thinking. Many decisions are influenced by short-term emotions or external pressures, but your values are timeless. By prioritizing what matters most to you, you ensure that your decisions are rooted in something deeper and more enduring. Practice aligning your daily habits with your values. It's not just about big life decisions. Small, consistent actions also play a role in living a values-driven life. For example, if health is one of your values, prioritize habits like regular exercise and balanced nutrition. If kindness is a core value, make a habit of expressing gratitude or helping others. Over time, these small actions create a life that reflects your deepest priorities. The Clarity Compass is more than a decision-making tool. It's a guide to living a life that feels authentic and meaningful. When you align your choices with your values, you'll find that clarity comes naturally, and you'll feel more confident and fulfilled with every step you take. Let your values light the way and trust that they will guide you toward the life you're meant to live. Chapter 8. Make peace with uncertainty. Uncertainty is an inevitable part of life. No matter how much planning or preparation you do, the future will always hold unknowns. For many, this uncertainty can feel overwhelming, leading to fear, overthinking, and indecision. But what if you could shift your mindset? Instead of fearing uncertainty, you could embrace it as a natural and even beneficial part of the decision-making process. Making peace with uncertainty is not about eliminating it. It's about learning to thrive within it. The first step to embracing uncertainty is understanding its role in growth. Uncertainty means that you're stepping into the unknown, which is often where the greatest opportunities for learning and personal development lie. When you resist uncertainty, you close yourself off to possibilities. By viewing it as a doorway rather than a barrier, you can approach the unknown with curiosity instead of fear. One effective way to handle uncertainty is to focus on what you can control. While you can't predict every outcome, you can prepare yourself as best as possible. Break big decisions into smaller, actionable steps that reduce the feeling of being overwhelmed. For example, instead of worrying about whether a new career path will work out, focus on researching opportunities, building your skills, or networking with people in the field. These small actions create momentum and give you a sense of control, even when the bigger picture remains unclear. Another strategy is to use option weighting models. When faced with a tough decision, list the potential outcomes for each choice. Assign a level of likelihood to each outcome and evaluate how much it aligns with your values and goals. This process helps you make informed decisions, even when the future is uncertain. By acknowledging and assessing risks without fixating on them, you create a balance between logic and intuition. Scenario planning is another powerful tool for navigating uncertainty. Imagine different possible futures based on your choices and consider how you would respond to each one. This exercise not only helps you feel more prepared, but also reduces the fear of the unknown by showing you that you can adapt to various outcomes. For example, if you're deciding whether to move to a new city, visualize what your life would look like in the best case, worst case, and most likely scenarios. Knowing that you can handle challenges, regardless of the outcome, builds confidence in your ability to face uncertainty. Developing a flexible mindset is also key to thriving in uncertain situations. Life rarely goes exactly as planned, so the ability to adapt is invaluable. Practice viewing obstacles as opportunities to pivot and grow. Instead of seeing a change in plans as a failure, consider it a chance to explore new paths you hadn't previously considered. Finally, cultivate trust in yourself and the process. Often, the fear of uncertainty stems from a lack of confidence in your ability to handle challenges. Remind yourself of times in the past when you successfully navigated uncertain situations. These experiences prove that you're more capable than you might think. One practical way to reinforce this trust is by practicing mindfulness. When uncertainty feels overwhelming, grounding yourself in the present moment can help. Instead of worrying about what might happen, focus on what you can do right now. Techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or simply taking a walk can help calm your mind and restore clarity. Making peace with uncertainty doesn't mean you'll always know the right answer. It means you'll develop the resilience to move forward even when the path isn't clear. Embrace uncertainty as a teacher, a guide, and a companion on your journey. When you stop fearing the unknown, you unlock the ability to make confident decisions and discover opportunities you never imagined. Trust the process and trust yourself. You've already faced uncertainty before, and you've come out stronger every time. Chapter 9. Harness the power of feedback loops. Decisions are not always about getting it right the first time. They're about learning, adapting, and improving. This is where the concept of feedback loops comes into play. A feedback loop is the process of gathering insights from your actions, reflecting on the outcomes, and using those lessons to refine your future decisions. When harnessed effectively, feedback loops become a powerful tool for clarity, growth, and better decision-making over time. The first step in creating a feedback loop is to take action. Many people get stuck in paralysis by analysis, endlessly overthinking their choices. But clarity doesn't come from sitting still. It comes from doing, observing, and adjusting. Even small actions can provide valuable feedback. For example, if you're unsure about starting a new hobby, try it for a week and assess how it feels. Taking that initial step gives you real-world data to evaluate, rather than relying solely on assumptions or theories. Once you've taken action, evaluate the results. Ask yourself key questions. What worked well? What didn't work? What could I do differently next time? Be honest with yourself during this process. Avoid framing setbacks as failures. Instead, view them as opportunities for growth. For example, if a decision led to an outcome you didn't expect, reflect on the factors that contributed to it. Was it a lack of preparation, external circumstances, or something else? Understanding these factors will help you make adjustments moving forward. Another important aspect of feedback loops is gathering input from others. Sometimes we're too close to a situation to see it clearly. Seek feedback from trusted friends, mentors, or colleagues who can provide an outside perspective. Their insights can highlight blind spots, challenge your assumptions, and offer solutions you might not have considered. To make feedback loops more effective, incorporate structured reflection into your routine. Set aside time each week or month to review your decisions and progress. Journaling is a great tool for this. Write down your experiences, what you learned, and how you plan to apply those lessons. Over time, this habit will help you identify patterns in your decision-making and track your growth. Feedback loops also thrive on experimentation. Treat your decisions as experiments with room for trial and error. For instance, if you're trying to improve your productivity, test different strategies like time blocking, task prioritization, or limiting distractions. Track the results of each method and refine your approach based on what works best for you. One of the most important lessons in harnessing feedback loops is embracing progress over perfection. No decision will ever be flawless, and that's okay. The goal isn't to make perfect choices, but to continuously improve your ability to decide and adapt. By focusing on learning and growth, you'll build confidence and resilience in your decision-making process. Celebrate small wins along the way. Acknowledge the progress you've made, even if it feels minor. Recognizing your achievements reinforces positive behavior and motivates you to keep improving. Feedback loops are a dynamic cycle of action, reflection, and adjustment. They remind us that decision-making is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process of learning and evolving. The more you engage with this process, the clearer your thinking becomes, and the better your decisions will be. Start small, stay consistent, and trust that every loop brings you closer to mastery. Chapter 10. The Clarity Action Plan. Clear thinking and effective decision-making are not traits you're born with. They are skills you cultivate through deliberate effort and consistent practice. Throughout this journey, you've learned how to declutter your mind, navigate emotional storms, and align your choices with your values. But clarity doesn't come from theory alone. It emerges through action. The Clarity Action Plan is about taking everything you've learned and integrating it into your daily life, transforming knowledge into results. At the heart of this transformation lies intention. Clear thinking starts with a purposeful mindset, one that is grounded in the present and focused on what truly matters. Each day presents countless decisions, from the seemingly trivial to the life-changing. When you approach each choice with intention, you create momentum that builds clarity and confidence over time. Clarity thrives on structure. Just as a strong foundation supports a house, a well-organized life supports a clear mind. Building routines that prioritize mental clarity creates a ripple effect, making every decision more intentional and thoughtful. When you start your day with a focused plan and end it with reflection, you establish a rhythm that fosters calmness and sharpens your ability to think clearly. The environment you create also plays a significant role. Surround yourself with spaces, people, and habits that encourage focus and minimize distractions. Clarity isn't just about what you do, it's also about what you let go of. Eliminating unnecessary mental and physical clutter opens up space for meaningful thoughts and deliberate decisions. Learning to trust yourself is another cornerstone of the Clarity Action Plan. Doubt often clouds judgment and leads to hesitation, but building trust in your ability to navigate uncertainty empowers you to move forward with confidence. Each decision, no matter how small, becomes an opportunity to reinforce that trust. The more you act in alignment with your values and goals, the stronger your self-belief becomes. Reflection is the final piece of the puzzle. Life moves quickly, and it's easy to get caught up in the rush of daily demands. Taking the time to pause and reflect allows you to evaluate your progress, learn from your experiences, and refine your approach. Reflection transforms mistakes into lessons and victories into stepping stones, ensuring that every experience contributes to your growth. The Clarity Action Plan isn't about achieving perfection. It's about creating a life that aligns with your values, goals, and aspirations. It's about taking consistent, intentional steps toward becoming the person you want to be. Clarity is a journey, not a destination, and every decision you make brings you closer to mastering your mind and your life. As you move forward, remember that clarity is within your reach. With every thought you organize, every pause you take, and every choice you align with your purpose, you strengthen your ability to think clearly and make better decisions. Trust the process, take deliberate action, and watch as clarity transforms your life, one decision at a time. Chapter 11. Strengthen your inner decision-maker. Clear thinking and decisive action stem from a strong inner core, one that is built on self-awareness, confidence, and resilience. Every decision you make, whether small or life-changing, is influenced by your mindset, beliefs, and ability to trust yourself. Strengthening your inner decision-maker means developing the mental fortitude to navigate choices with clarity, even in the face of uncertainty, pressure, or doubt. At the core of every great decision-maker is self-trust. Many people second-guess themselves, fearing they'll make the wrong choice. But indecision is often more damaging than a misstep. When you trust your ability to evaluate options and learn from outcomes, hesitation diminishes and confidence grows. Strengthening this trust starts with recognizing your past successes. Reflect on times when you made good decisions, even in difficult situations. Each of those moments is proof that you are capable of making sound judgments. Resilience is another key factor in sharpening your decision-making skills. Not every choice will lead to the perfect outcome, and that's okay. Learning to adapt, adjust, and move forward after setbacks is what separates a strong decision-maker from an indecisive one. Mistakes aren't failures. They're feedback. They provide valuable insights that refine your ability to think critically and act wisely. Your mindset also plays a crucial role. Fear-based thinking leads to hesitation, while a growth-oriented mindset allows you to see decisions as opportunities rather than risks. By shifting from a scarcity mentality where every choice feels like a make-or-break situation to an abundance mindset where decisions are stepping stones for progress, you reduce stress and make choices with greater ease. Emotions, when managed properly, become assets rather than obstacles. Strong decision-makers don't ignore their emotions. They acknowledge and interpret them. Intuition, gut feelings, and emotional responses all provide data, but they should be balanced with logic and reason. Strengthening emotional intelligence, learning to recognize, regulate, and channel emotions productively, enhances clarity and ensures that decisions are not driven purely by momentary feelings. Mental discipline is another component of inner strength. A scattered, distracted mind struggles to process information effectively. Developing habits such as mindfulness, deep work, and focused thinking trains your brain to stay present, absorb information, and make deliberate choices without distraction. Just as physical exercise strengthens muscles, mental discipline strengthens decision-making power. A strong inner decision-maker cultivates a personal philosophy, guiding principles that serve as a compass in moments of uncertainty. When you establish core beliefs about what you value, what matters most, and how you define success, decisions become easier because they align with a larger framework. This clarity eliminates unnecessary doubts and streamlines the decision-making process. Building an unshakable inner decision-maker is a lifelong practice. It's about continuously refining self-trust, embracing resilience, managing emotions, and sharpening mental focus. As you strengthen these skills, you'll find that decisions no longer feel like burdens. They become opportunities to shape your future with confidence, purpose, and clarity. Chapter 12. The Mastery of Clear Thinking. Clear thinking isn't just a skill. It's a form of mastery that shapes how you experience life, solve problems, and create opportunities. It's the ability to cut through mental fog, see situations for what they truly are, and make decisions that align with your goals and values. But mastery doesn't happen overnight. It requires consistent practice, self-awareness, and a commitment to refining the way you process information, manage emotions, and respond to challenges. The first sign of true mastery is the ability to remain calm and composed, even in high-pressure situations. When the mind is reactive, clarity is lost. But when you train yourself to pause, breathe, and analyze before reacting, you create space for clear and rational thinking. This mental stillness allows you to observe situations from multiple perspectives rather than being controlled by immediate emotions or external pressures. Another mark of clear thinking mastery is the ability to simplify complexity. The world is full of overwhelming information, and those who think clearly know how to filter out distractions, focus on key details, and make sense of the chaos. They don't get lost in unnecessary details or overcomplicate problems. Instead, they break things down into their essential parts, making it easier to find solutions and take action. Mastery also involves deep self-awareness. The most effective thinkers understand their own biases, emotional triggers, and mental habits. They continuously question their assumptions, seek out different viewpoints, and challenge their own beliefs to ensure they are making decisions based on truth rather than preconceived notions. This level of intellectual humility allows them to stay open to learning and adapting rather than clinging to rigid ways of thinking. Another important aspect is the ability to shift between different types of thinking: analytical, creative, and strategic. Clear thinkers know when to zoom in and analyze details, when to step back and see the bigger picture, and when to think outside the box for innovative solutions. This mental flexibility is what allows them to navigate complex situations with ease and confidence. A truly clear mind is also disciplined in its focus. In a world filled with distractions, mental discipline is what separates those who get lost in noise from those who remain sharp and intentional. They have the ability to enter deep states of concentration, eliminate unnecessary inputs, and prioritize what truly matters. They protect their mental energy by being selective about what they consume, who they listen to, and how they spend their time. Clear thinking mastery leads to wisdom, the ability to integrate knowledge, experience, and intuition into insightful decisions. It's not just about being smart, it's about applying intelligence in a way that leads to meaningful outcomes. It's the ability to balance logic with intuition, reason with emotion, and action with patience. Mastering clear thinking is not about reaching a point where you always have the perfect answer. Instead, it's about developing a mindset that allows you to consistently make better choices, adapt to new challenges, and continuously grow. It's about refining the way you see the world, process information, and navigate life with confidence and purpose. When you commit to this mastery, you don't just improve your decision-making, you transform the way you live. Chapter 13. The Path to Lifelong Mental Clarity. Clear thinking is not a one-time achievement. It is a lifelong pursuit. Like a muscle, your mind requires continuous exercise, refinement, and self-awareness to remain sharp. The journey to lifelong mental clarity is about embracing a mindset of constant growth, learning, and adaptability. As you evolve, new challenges will arise, but with a strong foundation in clear thinking, you will navigate them with confidence and precision. One of the most important aspects of maintaining mental clarity is embracing a habit of continuous learning. The mind stagnates when it stops being challenged. The most effective thinkers remain students of life, always seeking new knowledge, questioning their beliefs, and expanding their understanding of the world. They read, listen, and engage with ideas that challenge their perspectives rather than only confirming what they already know. This intellectual curiosity keeps the mind agile, preventing it from falling into rigid patterns of thought. Reflection is another essential tool for lifelong clarity. A clear mind does not simply absorb information, it processes, organizes, and extracts meaning from it. Taking time to pause and reflect on your experiences, decisions, and thought patterns allows you to refine your thinking over time. Writing in a journal, having deep conversations, or simply taking quiet moments to assess your mental state ensures that your thoughts remain intentional and structured rather than scattered and reactive. Resilience plays a crucial role in sustaining mental clarity. Life is unpredictable, and even the sharpest minds face periods of doubt, stress, or confusion. The key is not to avoid these moments, but to develop the ability to recover from them quickly. The strongest thinkers have developed a mental resilience that allows them to reset, refocus, and re-engage with clarity after setbacks. They understand that mental fog is temporary and that with the right habits, such as mindfulness, proper rest, and strategic thinking, they can regain their focus. Another component of lifelong clarity is the ability to filter information wisely. In a world flooded with constant input, news, social media, opinions, and distractions, it is easy to become mentally overwhelmed. Effective thinkers develop the discipline to selectively absorb only what is valuable and disregard what is irrelevant. They choose quality over quantity when it comes to the information they consume, ensuring that their mental space is not cluttered with unnecessary noise. Maintaining mental clarity also means staying grounded in the present moment. The mind often becomes clouded when it is stuck in past regrets or consumed by future anxieties. Clear thinkers train themselves to focus on now, the decisions, actions, and opportunities within their immediate control. By anchoring themselves in the present, they make better choices, reduce stress, and maintain sharper awareness of their thoughts and emotions. The path to lifelong mental clarity is about consistency. It is not a destination, but a way of being, an ongoing commitment to intentional thinking, learning, and self-improvement. Clarity is cultivated daily through small habits, conscious decisions, and a willingness to challenge one's own mind. As you continue on this journey, remember that clear thinking is your greatest asset. It empowers you to make wise decisions, navigate life's uncertainties, and create a future aligned with your values and aspirations. When you prioritize mental clarity, you gain more than just the ability to think better. You gain the ability to live better. Chapter 14. Turning clarity into action. Clear thinking is powerful, but without action, it remains an untapped potential. The final step in mastering mental clarity is learning how to translate your thoughts into decisive, meaningful action. Many people struggle with indecision, hesitation, or procrastination, not because they lack intelligence, but because they overanalyze, doubt themselves, or fear making mistakes. The ability to act with confidence, even in uncertainty, is what separates thinkers from achievers. One of the most effective ways to turn clarity into action is by eliminating the fear of imperfection. Waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect certainty often leads to inaction. The truth is, action breeds clarity. Often, you won't have absolute certainty until you take the first step. Movement creates momentum, and even small actions provide valuable feedback that helps refine your path forward. Another important principle is simplifying decisions to avoid paralysis. When faced with multiple options, the brain can become overwhelmed, leading to hesitation. The key is to set clear criteria for decision-making and focus on the factors that truly matter. Asking, "What will move me closer to my long-term goals?" or "Which choice aligns best with my values?" helps cut through unnecessary complexity and makes it easier to move forward with confidence. The best decision-makers also understand the power of rapid execution. They don't waste time dwelling on what-ifs. They test their ideas in the real world. Instead of endlessly debating a choice, they take small, low-risk steps toward it. For example, if considering a career change, instead of overanalyzing for months, they might start by networking, taking a course, or doing a trial project. These small decisive actions reduce uncertainty and provide tangible results to assess. Building habits that reinforce action is another key to sustaining clarity. Decision-making is not a one-time event. It's a continuous process that requires consistency. Establishing daily habits like setting priorities, reviewing progress, and reflecting on lessons learned ensures that clarity turns into sustained movement. The clearer your habits, the clearer your mind, and the more decisive you become. Confidence also plays a major role in turning thought into action. Many people delay decisions because they fear making the wrong choice. But true confidence comes not from knowing all the answers in advance, but from trusting that you can handle whatever outcome results from your decisions. When you believe in your ability to adapt, adjust, and learn from every step, taking action becomes far less intimidating. Developing a mindset of long-term patience and persistence is essential. Some actions will yield immediate results, while others will take time to unfold. Mental clarity is not just about making quick decisions. It's also about staying committed to your choices and giving them the time they need to bear fruit. Many great achievements are the result of sustained effort rather than instant success. Turning clarity into action means stepping beyond the realm of thought and into the world of results. It's about making bold choices, trusting your ability to adapt, and building the discipline to follow through. The greatest ideas, the sharpest strategies, and the most brilliant insights only matter if they are put into motion. The true power of clear thinking is not just in what you know, but in what you do with it. Chapter 15. The Legacy of Clear Thinking. Clear thinking is more than just a tool for making better decisions. It's a way of shaping your life, influencing those around you, and leaving a lasting impact. Every great leader, innovator, and visionary in history had one thing in common: the ability to think with clarity, act with purpose, and navigate challenges with a sharp mind. When you master the art of thinking clearly, you don't just improve your own life. You create a ripple effect that inspires and empowers others. Your thinking shapes your actions, and your actions shape your legacy. The decisions you make today determine the person you become tomorrow. The habits you build, the values you uphold, and the way you approach problems all contribute to the mark you leave on the world. Whether it's within your family, your career, or your community, the ability to think clearly and make intentional choices allows you to create a meaningful and lasting influence. One of the greatest gifts of clear thinking is the ability to navigate life with confidence and peace of mind. Instead of being reactive, you become proactive. Instead of feeling lost in uncertainty, you develop a sense of direction. Instead of being controlled by emotions, distractions, or external pressures, you take full ownership of your thoughts and decisions. This sense of control doesn't mean life will always be predictable or easy, but it does mean you will have the tools to handle any situation with wisdom and clarity. Beyond personal success, clear thinking also strengthens your relationships and leadership. When you communicate with clarity, you inspire trust. When you make decisions with integrity, you become a role model. When you think critically and solve problems effectively, you add value to the world. The impact of clear thinking extends far beyond your own life. It influences the way you contribute to society, shape conversations, and create solutions that matter. However, mastery of clear thinking is not a destination. It's a lifelong practice. There will always be moments of doubt, distraction, and difficulty, but the key is to stay committed to the principles that bring clarity. Continue refining your habits, questioning assumptions, and expanding your understanding. Keep learning, keep reflecting, and keep striving for mental sharpness. Your legacy is not built in a single moment, but through a lifetime of intentional thinking and action. Each choice you make, each idea you pursue, and each challenge you overcome contributes to the impact you leave behind. By embracing clear thinking as a way of life, you ensure that your decisions not only serve you in the present, but also create a future that reflects your highest potential. The legacy of clear thinking is not just about personal achievement. It's about using your clarity, wisdom, and insight to make a difference in the world. Think deeply, act wisely, and let your life be a testament to the power of a mind that sees with clarity and chooses with purpose. Chapter 16. The Never-Ending Journey of Mental Clarity. Mental clarity is not a skill you master once and forget. It is an ongoing process, a lifelong commitment to sharpening your mind, refining your judgment, and improving your decision-making abilities. Life is constantly changing, and with it, new challenges, uncertainties, and opportunities arise. The true test of clear thinking is not whether you achieve perfect certainty, but whether you continue to refine your ability to navigate life's complexities with wisdom and confidence. One of the greatest realizations in this journey is that mental clarity is not about having all the answers. It's about developing the right mindset to find them. The most successful and fulfilled people are not those who never experience doubt, but those who embrace doubt as part of the learning process. They understand that every decision, every mistake, and every lesson contributes to greater wisdom. Consistency is key. Just like physical fitness requires regular exercise, mental fitness requires ongoing practice. Daily habits such as mindful reflection, seeking diverse perspectives, and engaging in deep work help maintain mental sharpness. Without these practices, the mind becomes clouded with distractions, emotions, and external influences that weaken clarity. Equally important is adaptability. The world is not static, and neither is your mind. What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. The ability to stay flexible in your thinking, open to new ideas, and willing to challenge your own beliefs ensures that you don't fall into rigid patterns that limit your growth. Clarity does not mean being stubborn in your opinions. It means being open-minded enough to evolve. Self-awareness remains one of the most powerful tools for sustaining clear thinking. Regularly assessing your thought patterns, biases, and emotional responses allows you to recognize when your judgment may be clouded. It gives you the ability to pause, recalibrate, and make adjustments before making important decisions. Beyond self-improvement, the journey of mental clarity is also about contribution. The sharper your thinking, the more value you can bring to others. Whether in personal relationships, professional settings, or creative endeavors, the ability to think clearly allows you to offer insights, solutions, and leadership that inspire those around you. Mental clarity is not about reaching an endpoint. It is about embracing a way of life that prioritizes thoughtful decision-making, continuous learning, and personal growth. It is about being intentional with your thoughts, actions, and choices so that you not only navigate life with confidence, but also shape a future that aligns with your highest potential. The journey never truly ends, and that's the beauty of it. Every day presents an opportunity to refine your thinking, to make better choices, and to move one step closer to mastering the art of clear thinking. Keep learning, keep questioning, and keep striving for clarity, because the more you cultivate it, the more it will transform your life. Chapter 17. The Power of a Clear Mind in Everyday Life. Mental clarity is not just about making big decisions. It's about how you approach every aspect of your daily life. The way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines the results you get. A clear mind doesn't just help you solve problems. It makes you more present, more focused, and more intentional in everything you do. In daily life, distractions are everywhere. From endless notifications to external pressures and social noise, your attention is constantly being pulled in different directions. Without clarity, it's easy to drift, reacting instead of acting, consuming instead of creating, and letting circumstances dictate your choices rather than making conscious decisions. A clear mind helps you regain control, allowing you to direct your energy toward what truly matters. One of the greatest advantages of clear thinking is improved communication. Whether in personal relationships or professional settings, being able to express yourself clearly and listen attentively strengthens connections. Misunderstandings often arise from unclear thinking, emotional reactivity, or assumptions. When your mind is clear, you listen with intention, respond with precision, and engage in meaningful conversations that lead to deeper understanding. Clarity also enhances productivity. A scattered mind struggles to prioritize tasks effectively, often jumping between distractions without accomplishing much. When you train yourself to think clearly, you naturally improve your ability to focus on one task at a time, work efficiently, and eliminate unnecessary mental clutter. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by an endless to-do list, You approach your day with a structured mindset that allows you to complete tasks with purpose. Beyond work and relationships, mental clarity plays a significant role in emotional well-being. Many people feel stuck in cycles of overthinking, anxiety, or self-doubt simply because their thoughts are disorganized. A clear mind helps break these cycles by creating space for rational thinking and self-awareness. Instead of being controlled by automatic emotional responses, you gain the ability to step back, analyze your feelings, and make choices based on logic and purpose rather than fear or impulsivity. Clarity also brings a deep sense of fulfillment. When your thoughts are aligned with your values and goals, your daily actions begin to feel more meaningful. You no longer go through life feeling lost or disconnected. Every choice you make, no matter how small, contributes to a bigger picture that resonates with your true self. This alignment leads to a sense of purpose, motivation, and long-term satisfaction. A clear mind transforms ordinary moments into opportunities for growth. It helps you see solutions instead of obstacles, possibilities instead of limitations, and lessons instead of failures. It allows you to live fully in the present, make decisions with confidence, and move through life with a sense of calm and certainty. Mental clarity is not just a skill, it's a way of living. The more you cultivate it in your daily life, the more it becomes second nature. It empowers you to be decisive, focused, and intentional, not just when making major life choices, but in the small, everyday moments that shape your reality. A clear mind doesn't just help you think better, it helps you live better. Clear thinking is the foundation of a successful, fulfilling, and intentional life. It shapes how you navigate challenges, make decisions, and ultimately create the reality you want to live in. Throughout this journey, we've explored the essential principles of mental clarity, from decluttering your thoughts and managing emotions to aligning decisions with your values and transforming insights into action. But knowledge alone is not enough. True mastery comes from applying these principles consistently. Mental clarity is not about always having the perfect answer. It's about developing the ability to make thoughtful, informed decisions without being paralyzed by doubt, fear, or external noise. It's about understanding yourself, trusting your process, and continuously refining the way you think and act. Clear thinking gives you freedom, the freedom to make choices that align with your goals rather than being swayed by fleeting emotions, the freedom to pursue a life of purpose rather than drifting through uncertainty, the freedom to face challenges with confidence rather than hesitation. As you move forward, remember that clarity is a practice, not a destination. It requires mindfulness, discipline, and the willingness to question, learn, and grow. Some days your mind will feel sharp and focused. Other days it may feel clouded. That's normal. The key is to return to the habits that bring you back to clarity, to pause, reflect, and realign with what truly matters. Your ability to think clearly is one of the most valuable skills you can cultivate. It impacts not only your own success and happiness, but also the way you influence and inspire others. By mastering the art of clear thinking, you don't just improve your decisions, you create a ripple effect that extends beyond yourself, shaping the world around you. The journey doesn't end here. Keep questioning, keep refining, and keep striving for mental clarity. Every choice you make is a step toward becoming the person you were meant to be. The clearer your mind, the more powerful your decisions. And the more powerful your decisions, the more extraordinary your life will become. Think clearly, decide boldly, live intentionally,